from campus of California University. It's Homecoming 2006. Thank you for joining us for our coverage here on CUTV this afternoon. Everyone, April Pasteur comes over. April, Homecoming this year is going to be an out-of-this-world experience.
I can't wait, Joe. I mean, it's a beautiful day. Usually for Homecoming, we have a lot of rain. So this is a great day. The sun's shining. It's a little chilly. I'm excited to put the gloves on. But it's going to be a great day for a parade.
Well, and unlike years past where everybody out here has been waterlogged, we have a great turnout. If you look around, there's a lot of people out here today, unlike the last couple of years. And we promise there's going to be a lot of floats, high school marching bands, and more importantly, the court's going to be coming through.
We have a gorgeous homecoming court this year. I mean, the king and queen are Oliver and Amy. Beautiful people, beautiful court. It's going to be something to see this year.
Well, it is, and for such a beautiful day for homecoming, we promise we're going to bring you an exciting parade coming up here in just a few minutes right here on CUTV.
The Best Western Garden Inn, located just off exit 12B on I-70 in Bentleyville, has the latest in deluxe accommodations for you and your family. The Best Western Garden Inn features a free continental breakfast, an indoor heated swimming pool, free cable TV and HBO, and beautiful rooms, some selected with indoor jacuzzis, which is a vacation in itself. If you're in need of a place to stay that's affordable and cozy, the Best Western Garden Inn is just what you need. Why not give us a call at 724-239-4321.
You got ID? Okay.
Nothing goes better with leftovers than some ice-cold Pepsi. It's the Cola.
Loggerheads, the area's best in casual dining and entertainment. Loggerheads features cold drinks of every variety and a complete lineup of salads, sandwiches, gourmet pizzas, and nightly dinner specials. Loggerheads also offers daily food and drink specials, coffee, and dessert items. Or try our Sunday breakfast buffet available until 2 p.m. At night, you and your friends can enjoy local entertainment or various bar games. Loggerheads is located in Cole Center, 5 blocks from the California Business District.
Okay, you're ready. Now what you need is some help, turning that decorating idea of yours into reality. So you head for your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. They'll help you coordinate colors, pick the right high-quality paint in their handy new twist and pour container, show you how to do the latest faux finish techniques. And before you know it, you've turned that decorating idea of yours into one beautiful bedroom. Ask how? Ask now.
Ask Sherwin-Williams.
Welcome back to Homecoming 2006, an out-of-this-world experience from California University. And April, just looking over what we have about 65 different groups, floats, bands, entities. Looks like we're going to have a lot of good things coming up.
We are. I mean, it's going to be a long parade. I mean, first of all, coming up, we have the California Police Department. And, I live right across from there. So, they're doing a good job. They are.
They do. Also accompanying them, leading this parade, are the university police, about 10 or 12 strong, and President Dr. Angelo Manning crossing the street in front of them.
He gets a VIP treatment here. But coming up, following, we have the ROTC Color Guard. It's a beautiful flag. We have that flag coming up, hopefully. That's a beautiful, beautiful flag. The sun's shining off it. Looks very nice.
They are a new addition to the parade this year also, that big...
I think that's nice that they added that this year. It looks really nice.
It looks about, 30, 35 feet long?
Yeah.
Something a little new. The ROTC, for those of you that don't know what it is, it stands for Reserve Officer Training Corps. They're one of the best leadership courses in America. They're programs that offers a series of elective college courses that stress the leadership development of its students. And those guys, they have unbelievable discipline. A couple of the guys that I'm in classes with are part of the ROTC here, and they run drills. They're out running around campus before most people, before 98% of campus is up and running. They're out there about 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, there's
pretty much every day.
A lot of dedication there, and it's nice to see them getting recognized in the parade, and it's nice that, they kind of start the parade up and let everybody know that, we're always fighting and always support our troops.
Another nice round of applause from the crowd that's here as everything stalls out as we get.
It's always a little
everything cleared
slow
out.
at the beginning, but here comes the Humvee.
And those are some, those are amazing vehicles. I got to ride in one of someone I know. They have an H3, not an actual Humvee, but those things are they're about as close to a tank as you can purchase that has 4 wheels.
I know. I'm sure they're not very gas efficient. I don't see them being very gas efficient, though. But like we said, it's a beautiful, beautiful day here today. No rain. I mean, I can't tell you how many homecomings that people have been waterlogged and sitting there with umbrellas and just freezing. It's crisp today, but in the sun, it's beautiful.
I can tell you it's been at least the last 3. Homecoming 2003 was the 80s movies. And then 2004, the theme of Ocean View at Cal U was very, very wet and rainy as well.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
And then last year was, what was last year's homecoming?
Was it the Get Laid, Homecoming 2006? Wasn't it the Under the Sea or something?
No, that was 2004. Was Ocean View.
Haunted. It was a haunted
homecoming in 2005.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
And it was rainy. It was very rainy last year.
Very cool. And this by far the biggest turnout I've seen for a homecoming parade here at Cal.
Oh, yes.
Since I've been here. And it's good to see the community really starting to get behind this university and everything that's going on. If you look around, really, if you can look around from where we're at and see about 4 different construction sites around campus, and that's even going to increase over the next couple of years. A lot of things are going to be changing. Some buildings will be missing.
Yeah.
Some buildings will be added. As far as I know, the new World Cultures building to our left is supposed to open in January for the spring 2007 semester.
It is, and coming up now we have Jim Lokay. And Jim Lokay, for those of you who don't know, he's a 2002 graduate of Cal U. He earned a degree in communication studies and is a CUTV alumni. Lokay appears regularly on KDKA's weekend morning newscast from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. And he is on their sister station, UPN Pittsburgh. He also... I lost my place there. He's an on-site traffic reporter. So that's good. You know, traffic jam in the morning, tune into Jim Lokay.
He has been one of those things you see, where you can start at Cal U. A lot of people go, it's just a little tiny school down along the banks of the Mon. But a lot of people have started out here and have gone on to bigger and better things. And
I know. Jim Lokay proves that, and he's here today.
Yeah, back as this year's Grand Marshal.
Right.
Of this homecoming parade, and in the background you can hear the Cal U Marching Band, one of the largest organizations on campus. The marching band consists of over 100 students from all different areas of study, some of whom are at least music minors, actually many of whom are music minors. In each fall, the Cal Marching Band participates in high school and college festivals, rocks the homecoming crowd at the Vulcan football games, and this band is under the direction of Max Ganano, who you will get to hear later on if you head up. Well, actually, I guess if you would listen to the football game and watch the football game here on CUTV.
Our marching band, it's always great to watch them. I just think they're so talented, and I mean, we have the baton twirlers. I'm always fascinated by what they can do, flipping and catching those batons. They look great.
Yeah, and really, the band, since we've been here, we both came in the same year, fall of 03. I remember coming in, this band was only maybe 50, 60 members strong, and we're one of the smaller marching bands throughout the area, and they've really grown in size and quality. Their routines have been much more elaborate the last couple of years.
I would definitely agree with you. And I mean, the uniforms, I love our colors. Like, the uniforms always look so crisp, and they do a great job at the football games. If people get a chance to go up at halftime, and they put on a nice show always.
And speaking of nice shows, let's sit back and listen to them for a few minutes while they come through.
Alrighty.
right, and that was the Cal U marching band performing what I believe was a number from Star Wars.
I think it was
Star Trek. Okay.
Oh, okay. We were corrected there. I'm not big on that. But coming up next are the California University 2006 Homecoming King and Queen. This year's Homecoming Queen is Amy Wohar. She's from Brownsville, Pennsylvania, and is a graphic design major. The King is Oliver Comstock, and Oliver is a marketing major from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and when you look at not only the King and Queen themselves, you get a good, nice look of them at them right there. A very large court this year as well. There's actually a tie in one of the court positions, so instead of taking one instead of the other, they decided to add another male on the court side. So a little excessively large court this year, but a lot of people. Sarah Pontius is from Butler, Pennsylvania. She's a member on the court. We're going to look at her here in a minute. You see some Teletubbies in the background, providing entertainment for the young children here in attendance today.
I think the kids are definitely excited to see the Teletubbies. I mean, it's been a while.
And this is Sarah Pontius from Butler, Pennsylvania, science and technology major, being escorted by Mike Thompson, a public relations major from Morton, Pennsylvania.
I like that last car. Do you like that Corvette, Joe? That was looking good. Talk about nice cars.
I love
this
Corvettes.
This is Abby Grant from Zelian Opal, and she's a creative writing major. She's being escorted by Ryan Jericho, a technology education major from Cannonsburg.
Yeah, and I'm actually good friends with Ryan Jericho, and that's Steve Markowitz driving one of his old Scout vehicles. He actually collects those. He has about, as far as I know, 4 or 5 Scouts. This kid actually drives all over the country. When he can find one, he'll drive all over the country to pick them up.
Oh, that was really neat.
They're old vehicles that haven't been made in about 40 years.
This was Heather Martz, and she's from Irwin, Pennsylvania. She's a travel and tourism major. She's being escorted by Stephen Hill, who's a graphic design major, and he's from Philadelphia.
Coming up in a very, very beautiful car is I have a thing for old cars. I love classic cars. I love Corvettes, and there's plenty of them in the parade today, so I'm excited about everything going on. And this one's Samantha Rager from Brownsville, Pennsylvania, is a theater major. She's being escorted by Jeremy Hilsinger, who's also a theater major with a minor in business management from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania.
Well, that's a nice couple there. Probably know each other, probably had classes together, probably very excited for each other. Oh, and our very own John McGee is a communication major and from Monessen. I'm digging the suit. He's also with Brittany. how would we say that, Joe?
That's Brittany Bureau.
And she's from Latrobe, and she's an athletic training major.
Yeah, she's also a member of the women's swim team here at California.
Handsome couple there. And Samantha and that beautiful. I love the yellow. Do you like the yellow? I'm usually not a fan, but I'm definitely liking it.
I do. That is a Ferrari yellow paint job.
Here we talked about John McGee in that suit. I mean, that's just you can't miss him in that suit. Very festive too. The red and the black. I like it.
I can't. And up next is the 2005 King and Queen and Court. Last year's Queen was Rachel Lisa, the blonde in the red and black, heading up that group. Rachel actually student teaching this semester. I believe she's at Cannonsburg High School up that way.
Okay, also on the float is last year's King Baron Burton. And Katie Rumble and Ryan Howell also on the court. Christina Smith, Chad Moore, Summer Staub and Mike Kirkland, Tanisha Humbert and Jeremy Hilsinger. I don't see Tanisha up there or Jeremy, but they were also members of last year's court.
Jeremy's actually in this year's court. He was with Samantha Rager a few ago, and take a look here. This is the Athletic Hall of Fame, all inducted within the past week into the Cal U Athletic Hall of Fame. And just a lot of great accomplishments throughout California athletics here. Leading the way was Omar McPherson. He was a dominant and exciting midfielder for the Vulcans men's soccer team from 94 to 97, a 4-time All-PSAC selection, 3 times named to the conference first team All-Star unit. Finished his collegiate career with 45 goals and 106 points that were all school records at that time. 97, 41 points, 18 goals were school records at the time.
Wow, that's very impressive. Definitely a good choice of an inductee, huh, Joe?
Oh, yeah.
Next up, we have Dr. Andrew Machusko, and he was a 4-year starting outfielder for the Vulcan baseball team in 1956 through 1959, playing considerably shorter seasons in that than in today.
Yeah.
But once hit 3 home runs in one game, had a .516 career batting average, and a .956 slugging percentage. That's pretty good.
Well, and speaking of baseball teams, riding on the California Fire Department fire truck is the California high school baseball team, I believe.
I believe they're sporting
Is
their
up there?
medals, Joe. Do you see medals?
I do, and the reason for that is this is on here somewhere. They actually won the Whippeal championship last year. They're also section champions. 19-7 record, 11-3 in their section. They were coached by Don Hartman, Gary Riley, and Sean Rice. And these young men showed some great tenacity and perseverance. They battled to win their first title in some years. They made it actually to the semifinals of the state playoffs before being knocked out.
I know they were pretty excited. There was a lot of school spirit in the Cal area, especially because the university's so close. But all right, coming up next, we have our first float. I think that's a Zeta Xi. Is that a Zeta Xi float?
Yes, it's Zeta Xi, and I know the cheerleaders also worked on this float.
Oh, got a little outside help. And the theme for this float is E.T. I see the E.T. thing. I'm liking it.
There is. There's going to be another E.T. float coming up a little bit later.
Oh,
but
some competition for the E.T. float.
As you can see, they decided to go with E.T. on the bike flying across the moon.
Pretty interesting.
I like it.
Not a whole lot of pomps on it, though. A lot of more painting.
There isn't. And there were some rule changes over the last year that allowed for that. It didn't force the entire float to be pomped. And
okay.
I was a little weary as how that was going to work out, just for the fact that I think the entire pumped float looks very good.
I do too.
I was a little concerned on how some of the floats would look, but I was walking around down where the floats were parked earlier today, and they all look very good.
They do. They look really good. As you're seeing on your screen, are the California University cheerleaders showing their school spirit, trying to get everyone to get excited for today's big game against Slippery Rock. As they throw out some candy. Kids love the people that give candy. I mean, that's why you go to a parade.
How can you not? Think they could fire some all the way up here?
I don't know.
Next is the California High School Marching Band. They are under the direction of Frank Stetter, and we'll take a minute and listen into what they have for us. Again, that was the California High School Marching Band, is always under the direction of Frank Stetter, giving a nice performance. You can catch them. They actually play up at Adamson Stadium now, where the Vulcans play.
I know, that's big for them. We're seeing the California High School cheerleaders. As we said, there's a lot of overlap. The high school's right up the road from the university, so it's pretty exciting for them on homecoming because they get to collaborate and march in the big parade, if you will. So coming up next, I believe, will be California's homecoming court, California High School's homecoming court, that is.
Yeah, and the homecoming court, they've been a mainstay here in this parade as well. California High School actually had homecoming, it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was a while, but it's exciting for them, like I said, to come down and be in the bigger university parade, a little bit bigger, a little bit more exposure for them.
It is, and it's one of the things that you don't get a lot of in a lot of areas, is just a high school and a college being in the same town.
Right.
It's usually one or the other. There are a few schools. I know Lehigh and the high school up that way are actually, you can walk across the street from Lehigh University and be on the campus of a high school, but it's a little different here. The high school's up the hill, but it's nice that they work together. And
yeah, a good bit of pride that comes from this small town that houses a small high school and a smaller university. But hey, Division II are doing all right. But beautiful courts and beautiful cars, Joe. I haven't seen a lot of classic cars They all seem
there
to be newer.
there are, and I hope to see a lot towards the end of the parade.
Yeah, that's one of the best parts of the parade sometimes, looking at the old cars. Oh, here's a nice close-up of some of the girls on the California High School.
And I can only imagine how cold it is.
Oh.
It's cold enough sitting here just in the breeze, but sitting in a convertible up top like that, just
I know,
being
with
exposed to the wind has to be cold.
The wind whipping all around you, and yeah, that's gotta be chilly.
The next float we have actually coming up is Sigma Pi and Alpha Sigma Alpha. They chose Buzz Lightyear as their theme float this year. Sigma Pi, a newly founded social fraternity on campus, and Alpha Sigma Alpha have been around here for about 16 years, since 1990 when they were granted their charter.
Now, this is a pretty interesting float here, Joe. We don't have a whole lot of description, so if you were to guess, we've got Buzz Lightyear, looks like maybe some aliens on the football field.
Yeah, dressed in Slippery Rock uniforms.
Oh, okay, they've got the Slippery Rock uniforms. That must be us flying over Slippery Rock today. Next up, after this float, we have the BSU. BSU Club is an active club at Cal U. They sponsor many different events on and off campus. They promote diversity and unity throughout the campus and the community. They have won numerous awards in the past for their banners, and that's a pretty nice looking banner.
Oh, they have, and actually they're going to have a new home come next fall. If you remember, they were in the Carter House that was just outside of Building A, between Building A and the library. That has since been torn down, and they will be housed in new Residence Hall F starting in the fall of 2007.
Oh, and I do like that banner. Nice spaceship on there. Looks good. We have the California Area Girl Scouts pack coming up, and aren't they cute? I love their uniforms.
They are, and they provide us with plenty of cookies every year, which I can't get enough of. Falling right behind the Girl Scouts is Cub Scout Pack 1423, led by Cub Master Albert Colbert. The Cub Scout programs for boys between 6 and 10 years of age, and the programs include Tiger, Wolf, Bear, and Weeblos program. I was actually all of those at one point when I was younger.
Hey, that's impressive. You know, I obviously couldn't be in the Boy Scouts, but I wasn't in Girl Scouts either. I always wanted to give it a try, but you know, I was pretty wilderness savvy. Next, we have the Boy Scout Troop 1423. Their Scoutmaster is Morgan Colbert, and this is for boys between the ages of 11 and 17. We want to say a quick congratulations to Matthew Gazbachner. He's a California Area High School junior who recently earned a Boy Scout's highest honor, and that would be an Eagle Scout.
Yeah, and falling right behind them is actually Venture Crew 1423, and venturing is both boys and girls between the ages of 15 and 20, and programs involve high adventure activities such as whitewater rafting, rappelling, backwater canoeing, and remote backpacking and hiking. Their advisor, Dr. Mark Novak, actually one of my professors. I've known him for my 4 years now here. Just a great guy, and you know, good to see the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts. They're always out here, and this is the the Syria Highlanders road rigs. The Masons, if you will, and these guys, they are entertaining every year.
Joe, I just remember last year just being mesmerized by these guys. They're so funny, and you never know what they're going to do, whether they're going to do tricks or just drive around or they're playing it safe, but it's always fun to watch them. We always try to keep the camera on them and look for that wheelie, but we never get lucky. we never get lucky with that wheelie.
And this is the first year they brought these little cars. Usually they have little, they almost look like
Scooters.
Overgrown tricycles.
There it is.
There's the wheelie. And they put big motors on the back, and they zip up and down this street. But go with the little funny car look today. I like it.
That was beautiful. I loved it. This would be the Stockdale Fire Department. Just to remind everyone, if you like bingo, they have bingo every Tuesday, and their hall is available for weddings and parties. So if you need to throw a party, just contact the Scottdale Fire Department, and they'll be happy to set you up with their hall.
And we now have the PSEA banner, the Pennsylvania State Education Association, a local club here.
Well, that's a nice banner. I like the banner. Beautiful. Everyone's so festive in the black and the red today. represent the Cal University, and everyone looks good.
I'm actually a member of PSEA myself.
Are you? Well,
I'm not a member of the club here. I'm a member of the state organization. Needed to provide some liability insurance to student teach.
Oh, okay. You should be out there marching, holding that banner up.
Well, I don't know if I could march and walk at the same time. And next up, coming in behind the PSEA, providing a little gap in the parade. Surprise my tech ed guys. I'm friends with all of them. Next float we have is TEAC, that's Technology Education Association of California, and Habitat for Humanity. Also went with the theme of ET this year, and both organizations work together. We've been working together with them for about 6 or 7 years now. TEAC, a very active club. We compete local and national competitions every year, and you can see the confetti cannons that we fire off every year. And Habitat for Humanity, they help out around the area. They help build new homes for needy and unfortunate families in the Washington County areas, usually every couple weekends. And ET actually on some hydraulic lifts this year. He goes up and down.
That's fantastic. Joe, did you get a chance to work on this float?
I did. Not as much as I used to in years past, but ET's arms all move up and down. You can see the finger, the red flashing light. And in the field goal posts are a couple of confetti cannons, which they fire about 40 feet in the air. And
that's beautiful, beautiful. I want to point out the tractor. I like the tractor.
Yeah, the tractor
My
actually.
My grandfather would like the tractor.
The tractor, that is actually a 1964 International Harvest Farmall, and the man driving that tractor, Bill Rebar, actually bought that tractor as scrap and rebuilt it himself a couple years ago. Spent a couple years completely rebuilding it.
It's beautiful. I like it.
There's a lot of work went into the float this year, and
wow. Okay. What's ET going to do here, Joe?
ET does have a cannon in his arm that shoots a foam football. And one thing we had to do, we had to pre-pressurize all of our lines. And our air cannons this year actually shoot off of the depressurization.
Now, did it shoot? Did we miss the football?
It may have jammed. It may have not fired. It's one of those iffy things. But
we're sitting by the judges. Maybe you can, talk about why that jammed and help your club, out there.
We had to pre-pressurize our lines as we weren't allowed to have a generator on our float to power our cannons. So it was one of those things that any small leak would cause them.
Okay. Now, Joe, here's what we were talking about, the antique cars. AACA, and this is just beautiful. I mean, just beautiful here today.
Wow, that's an old Stingray Corvette. That's in that 1968 to 1970 range. The value on these cars is amazing, first of all, and just the streamlined design of them. I absolutely love Corvettes of those years. Next up, I believe, is a nice old GTO or an SS Camaro.
It's an SS. That's beautiful, beautiful. T-top I see here. Can't see. There's a little layer of a crowd in front of us, but it's coming up. We'll look at it on the monitor here. There it is. That's a nice shot.
And that's actually a mid 60s vet. You can tell by the pointed front end that later got redesigned.
Gorgeous, Joe. You really you never know your classic cars here, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm
this
really
nice red vet. That's an early 90s, 92, 93, around there.
Looks good though. Nice and shiny.
That to me is what I call the ugly years of the Corvette.
The ugly years.
The 80s and the early 90s are not my favorite designs. I love every design up until the 70s, and then from about 99 on.
Coming up now, we have the Brownsville High School Marching Band, and we're going to give them a listen. They're directed by Bob Massa. And their mascot, the cone, is on there. I love that cone costume. I think I would like to be that for Halloween.
I'd like to see it around town a little more. Maybe handing out some free coupons.
Hey, that would be great. That's a great idea. Dairy Queen, just located down on 3rd Street. It's a great place to grab a quick bite. Open till 10, I believe. I live right by the Dairy Queen. I'm there frequently. I'm a frequent shopper.
I don't know if I could live that close. I'd be there a little too often.
Yeah, it's not so much a blessing, more of a curse.
Next we have 99.3 The Pickle. Their van, one of the local oldies radio stations. Obviously, that's 99.3 FM.
I don't listen to the oldies. I feel like I should be more involved. But I'm not.
We have plenty of people around our radio station, 91.9 WCAL, that are into the oldies. Benji Lawrence.
Oh, yeah.
One of those men. You can catch him Monday and Friday mornings, 6 to 10 for, I don't remember the names of Benji's shows. The Friday morning flashback and the Monday morning oldies brunch.
Oh, we have another float coming up. This is the Sig Tau float and the Alpha Sigma Tau. And their theme was Marvin the Martian. Beautiful, beautiful. And I like this float. There's a lot of pomps.
There's probably the most pomp I saw on any float down there was this Marvin the Martian theme. And
yeah,
looks like Marvin's arm is coming out trying to punch a Slippery Rock player and knock him down. There he goes.
Okay. I think now both of these fraternities and sororities have been involved in the float competition for several years now. They always seem to put out a nice looking float.
They have. And next up is the Roscoe Volunteer Fire Department, sporting the nice white fire trucks. And I got to say, I have a soft spot in my heart for fire trucks. I grew up down the street from a fire hall back home, and I actually had the Power Wheels fire truck. I had the little fireman's helmet. There's pictures of me as a kid going. My parents, who are actually here today, would take me in to get my picture taken with fire trucks all the time, and it's a good time.
Who'd have thought that in your senior year of college you would be talking about all the beautiful trucks we have there? They're so nice today, don't you think? Like, they're not always just red. They're white, yellow,
we get
green.
some white, yellow. I think we have a blue one coming through later on at some point.
I like it. I like the different colors.
Little variety.
Little variety. That looks good, yes. But Roscoe's not very far from here, just the next town over of California. So they didn't have to come real far.
Next is State Representative, actually from the House of Representatives, Pete Daly. His office is right here in California. Mr. Daly is a 12-term state representative that joins our parade this year. He's actually an alumnus of Cal U, who returns to his alma mater quite frequently.
It's nice, it's nice that they find the time to come back and, talk to us. I think it gives a lot of the people in political science a little bit of hope, see where people that have gone, and it's exciting for them to see that, and it's exciting for all of us, and it looks good that they participate in the parade. And
actually, one of our university students, the mayor of California, Casey Derdinas.
Yes, he was. I believe he didn't graduate from Cal U yet, and he is the mayor. So
still a student here.
Not the youngest mayor though. I think someone
there's an 18-year-old mayor in Minnesota. I don't remember which town or area that is. But next is the float from Band and Choir. This year, the Band and Choir have chosen Man on the Moon as their theme to go along with the homecoming theme of Out of This World. This is the first year that both organizations have been involved in float building, and they've been very involved on and off campus with plenty of activities, and quite surprised they found enough time to actually build a float this year.
I know. They're very busy, with the games and whatnot. But, I mean, this is a nice-looking float. I like the floats that are covered in all the pomps. I'm a big fan of that. You can tell that there was a lot of work that went into it. Oh, we have some smoke coming from the rocket. That's really cool.
Nice, and we tried to use a fog machine once. It didn't work out real well, but the cooler weather it looks a lot better. And
it does. I like the Martian, and I like this out of the world theme. Mm-hmm. I'm a fan.
And directly following the Band and Choir float is the Beth Center High School Marching Band. Sit back and take a listen to what they have for us this afternoon.
Oh, we have the Sports Management Club, and as always, they're led by the cow, and I always think that this is such an interesting mascot for the Sports Management Club, but they're always out here throwing out free stuff and trying to get more involvement, you know, get some people. They're throwing out some T-shirts.
And one thing the Sport Management does is they sponsor the 2-day run every November, so, you know, get down to that Sport Management and Athletic Training Club to find out what is going on with the 2-day run if you would like to get involved with it.
I think it's in November, the 2-day run, so if you're interested in doing that, then I would go up and talk to that cow, find out how you get involved. A couple of the Gators, they use those on the field.
Say, shouldn't they be up at the stadium getting ready for the game?
Maybe they're taking the Gators up.
They're decorated today. I like this. They
are. Intimidating slippery rock at all angles and all ways.
And Blaze falling right behind the Blazemobile. I will keep his true identity a secret. Although if you know him, you know what he does. Blaze, you will find him at all the Vulcan home games and some of the away games as well. And a very entertaining fella, is he?
He is. I love the mascot. I love to watch him. He really gets the crowd pumped up. But we do have another float coming up, and it's Alpha Pi Omega. And they're participating in the float contest for the first time this year. And their theme is Crushing the Rock.
That's funny, the cow rocket knocking over the Slippery Rock player. That was cute.
I did like that. A lot of animation there. I was worried that the Slippery Rock player wasn't going to fall there. But he did. He went down. I think they have him dressed up like an alien. I like that. That was good for the first year. You know, it worked out in front of the judges, which is always a good thing.
Keep it small. Keep it simple.
Looks good.
Next up, actually we have the Blaine Hill Volunteer Fire Department.
Oh, no, that's an interesting truck they have. There's some compartments on the bed of it there. It's pretty neat.
It's vulcanized. It's black and red.
It is vulcanized. I like that term, Joe.
And another float following closely behind them. This time Delta Chi and the Sig Caps, or Delta Chi, I'm sorry, and the Sig Caps.
Oh, this is beautiful.
And they went with Star Wars for their theme this year, and actually took top prize last year in the float competition. They've been active on and off campus with Homecoming since their founding. You got R2-D2 popping up out of the middle of that float.
Oh, I do like that. I like the Darth Vader character on the back.
Also, Princess Leia and Chewbacca.
Beautiful. A lot of animation. I like how this fraternity always follows behind, cheers it on. Always looks good. That's great. That was a great float.
Was very.
I like the engine on the back. The engine's rotating, moving. Looks good.
Very cool. Again, following them, the California Youth Cheerleaders, a group of enthusiastic fans of Cal Youth football. Join us to cheer their way through town, ranging in age from 6 to 13. These cheerleaders are under the guidance of Commissioner Adiana Holt and can be seen on the sidelines of many of the youth football games throughout the area.
Little cheerleaders in training. Maybe they'll be at Cal U one day. Another band coming up. This is a Mapletown band. I like their colors as well. I like the black and gold.
They're very small. They're actually the junior high marching band under the direction of Robert Springer. The Brownsville Volunteer Fire Department coming through next.
That's a nice truck to follow up the the Mapletown band there. Excuse me.
Very large, and then
all right,
we have the Teak and DZ float.
They have chosen the theme Moon Landing for the homecoming competition. And these two groups, again, have been participating for many years, so be interesting to see what they're going to do here with this float, see what animation they have, if they have any.
It looks like the astronaut with the Cal flag actually sticks the flag in the ground, with the Cal-themed Teak and DZ rocket on the back. Can you name me the astronauts that came out of Apollo 11, the first to land on the moon in April?
The first man to walk on the moon?
The two to walk on the moon?
Armstrong. Is that okay? Who was the second? I don't know. I wasn't ready for my quiz today, Joe.
I wasn't either. I knew the answer and I completely forgot it.
Blanked out.
Aldridge.
Aldridge.
Buzz Aldridge.
There we go.
I had it.
Okay, and we've got the Froggy truck, the van, and I don't see the mascot. Oh, he's in there. The Froggy's in there. We might not be able to get him on camera, but I do see him.
Staying where it's warm.
Very popular station around here. Plays the latest country music. All right for the Froggy van. I'm a fan of the country music.
I am too, and following Froggy is the Student Marketing Association. There's supposed to be a banner there somewhere. At least riding in the truck. Maybe.
Okay, they've got it decorated. They're decked out in their green alien colors, and that was the McMoe's truck.
Okay.
Okay, that's what that was. That was McMoe's. That's why they were all green and.
And the Brownsville Ambulance Service following closely behind, providing ambulance service to California University.
Okay. Got another band coming down.
This looks like it could be Charleroi.
Margaret
Bell
Miller Middle School. It's a middle school band. It's a large band for a middle school. I'm pretty impressed right now how big they are.
And they are out of Waynesburg, Pennsylvania. So we'll sit back and we'll enjoy what they have for us this afternoon.
All the fire trucks just come pulling down.
This is a nice little song they're playing. Can't quite decipher what it is, but I'm enjoying it. I've enjoyed all the bands today, I must say.
Yeah, and this is a very large band for being middle school, and the fact that they even march is even more impressive.
You know, and they came from Waynesburg, which is kind of a hike from
It's a
here.
bit of a drive.
It is. So that's nice they could come, and I like their colors, the Cal colors. What did you say before, Joe? They're Calvinized or
Vulcanized.
Vulcanized, that is it. They are very vulcanized. Very talented as well. I'm glad that the weather has held out again today. Like I said before, sun is shining, love it.
A rarity around this place anymore, it feels like.
I know.
At least for homecoming weekend. Wish we could have gotten in last weekend. It's a lot warmer, but, you know, I'll take a little cooler temperatures for no rain.
We'll take it.
And this band actually, about the 53rd group through here. We've gotten a little out of order as of late. Next is the West Brownsville Fire Department, engine number 61, followed by South Brownsville. And there's my blue and white truck.
Oh, there it is, Joe. You've been waiting for that blue truck. South Brownsville. Oh, serving since May 18th, 1908.
Oh, it's coming up on their centennial.
It is, it is. See, that's a unique looking truck as well.
It is, and the amazing thing is that for these being volunteer fire departments is that they can raise the money and find the funding to purchase new trucks like this. Is a fire truck like that goes for in the range of $90,000 to $120,000. They're amazingly expensive.
Wow. We have another float coming up, the AKL and the Phi Sigs. They teamed up this year, and it is Eagle 5 from Spaceballs.
I love that movie. The movie's so funny.
This is a great looking float as well. I really like the alien in there.
The moving parts are always, they always score some bonus points with the judges.
Me too.
And they actually did shoot some confetti out the rear, the tailpipe of the van.
Oh, have this group chanting. This is what the costume characters. Okay. Nice little wedding dress. Interesting, interesting. Well, we have another fire truck coming up. Let's see where this is from. La Bella. A lot of fire trucks. Wouldn't be a parade without a lot of fire trucks, let me tell you.
I'm from Luzerne Township. I don't even know where that is at in relation to here, actually.
I don't
getting
know.
word on the way to Redstone near Brownsville.
Oh, okay. So another local little. Is that the Habitat? That's a team. Not real sure what team that was that just went past on the flatbed.
It might be the Habitat banner.
I don't know.
I'm not quite sure. We now have the Nora Fire Department ladder truck.
Oh, I like the ladder truck. Haven't seen that. That's our first ladder truck. Pretty excited for that. The dance team should be coming up. I always get excited for the dance team. That's one of my favorite things to watch is the dance team when they dance.
And they're a relatively new addition here at California as well.
They are.
They only formed in the last 3 years or so. And
since we've been here,
yeah.
I think when we started in 03. And our homecoming queen, Amy Wohar, also a member of the dance team. I think she won't be dancing today, obviously. She's being honored in this parade, so.
And coming through now, the A.J. McMullen Middle School Junior Raider Band. I believe that is the Uniontown School District.
McMullen. It's fun to say, McMullen. I like that.
All right, and that was the A.J. McMullen Middle School Marching Band from Uniontown with a nice little piece from Star Wars.
I like how all the bands are keeping with the theme for Out of This World. You know, most of them played like Star Trek, Star Wars. I can't keep them straight, but everything Out of This World, you know.
On another fire department rolling through here from Hiller.
Hiller? Now, where exactly is Hiller located, Joe?
Brownsville.
Brownsville. Okay, so another local fire truck.
And
following is
right behind them,
the Monessen fire truck. That is a beautiful truck. I like it. It's very antiqued.
This is from 1951, if I can read that side correctly. Also with the black ribbon and wreath on the front of the fire truck, something you don't like to see. That is a fireman's representation for a fallen comrade, something you don't like to see around a fire department ever, but still pulling out the old classics for the parade.
I like the fact that it had a wooden ladder on the side. I did enjoy that. Like the whole antique of it.
Which, if you think, is kind of ironic that you take a wooden ladder into a fire.
Well, I mean, the sign said 51, so I mean, in 51, that must have been how they did things. I believe now we do have the dance team coming up, and hopefully they'll dance for us, and we've been waiting for this. So, the Vulcanet dance team. Not sure if they're going to dance. It looks like this float's kind of going around them.
Oh, and that actually is their float. The dance team, Acacia, and the archery club all teamed up this year to choose a Jetsons theme. This is the first year that the dance team has participated in the float building competition. Acacia has been participating since 1990 and has won 2 of the last 3. They won the 80s Movies and Ocean View at Cal U homecoming float design competitions.
Well, if the dance team was going to join a float group, then they picked a winning group to join.
Looks like they will dance now. They're waiting for their music cue from the Charleroi band that is following closely behind them.
Now, if you notice it, the dance team's dancing without any music, so I'm pretty impressed that they're all able to stay in cue and look good, and definitely helps out Acacia, I'd like to say. Have a nice little distraction with their float there. Dance team has significantly grown, don't you think, Joe, from when they first started? There's about
they have
30 girls on the team now, I think.
And I can remember a couple years ago when it was only maybe 10 or 12.
Yeah.
And it was, you just saw the banners and the flyers all over campus, just desperate to even get people out to try out for the dance team now. Actually having tryouts every year and unfortunately not able to even keep everyone.
Here comes that Acacia float. It's a nice looking float. That's some stiff competition there.
Well, you have George Jetson there.
Beautiful. What was the dog's name? Connor?
I was just thinking the same thing. Elroy popping up in the back. And Astro, the dog.
Astro, that was it.
And I do not remember the robotic maid's name.
No, but she does look good. She's holding a cow banner. And
Elma?
Let's go, cow.
Rosie. I'm impressed with that float. If I had to say, that is probably the most well-constructed, elaborately designed float we have seen so far on the afternoon.
It really is. I mean, the colors and the pumps, like everything looks beautiful on it. This is the Charleroi marching band, and they're going to entertain us as well.
And that was the Charleroi area high school marching band. The last of the entertainment we are going to see here this afternoon is just a couple of fire trucks left to come through, and this parade is beginning to wind down and wrap up. A lot of people at the beginning of the parade route starting to make their way down here as the parade route does go all the way down through town.
Right through 3rd Street, the heart and soul of Cal. I think this might be the Elizabeth Township. Oh, this is East Bethlehem. I'm sorry. This will be the last fire truck, as Joe said. Oh.
There's a couple behind them. Monessen following with their current use fire trucks after bringing the Classic through here about 5 minutes ago. And it's been a very entertaining parade today. There's been a lot of variety. Not as many bands as there have been in years past, however.
There were less amount of bands. I think there were more fire trucks this year than I have seen in years past, though.
And for high school marching bands, this is the competition time of year. A lot of band festivals throughout the area, a lot of high school competitions. So a lot had prior commitments.
Right.
Before showing up here.
The Monessen trucks and the last fire truck. Oh, we're ending with red. That's good. Our last fire truck is red. I think we just
number
have
4 and a couple of horsies.
Yeah, well, we will end with the Double D Ranch. See the horses coming. And that'll be about wrapping up this year's parade. The weather stayed nice. I'm sure everyone involved was happy about that. And
it did, and really one of the more successful homecomings for California in the past couple of years as the weather does hold off. You get a nice draw here. Plenty of alumni are back. A lot of the community from the borough are out in town today, and it's been an overall entertaining parade at this point. The festivities do not stop here, however.
It was.
Plenty more to go on throughout the rest of the day.
Well, Joe,
April,
good luck to
you,
and congratulations on graduation. And we'll wrap up here. Homecoming 2006, out of this world.